ET Final Score is brought to you by Ashley Furniture.
Good afternoon, East Texas. This is Danny Mogle and Kenneth Dean with your afternoon update. Kenneth, the police are checking out a series of burglaries that occurred last night. It looks like the area 5th in East-Southeast Loop.
Well, and they had some on Broadway, too. There was like 3 burglaries last night, 3 different times that police got called out to different locations for burglaries. Now, you know, we don't know yet if all these burglaries are connected, but they did arrest multiple suspects last night, early this morning.
Yeah.
And, you know, of course, that investigation is ongoing, so we don't know if anything was even stolen, but we do know that they did make entry into some of these businesses.
Yeah, it sounds like they were getting reports from several places that windows broken out and that the investigation is going. Jacksonville police are also investigated their own set of burglaries, in this case robberies. They're looking for, they had 3 robberies in a matter of a few days in Jacksonville, and now they have a suspect and they have a photo of him. Of course, you know, we tell people all the time, robbers to be, you're going to have your photo taken on those surveillance cameras, and that's what happened. They said that these robberies took place at CJ's Quick Stop, and get this, Kenneth, one at JJ Food Mart, and then the next day they robbed the same place again. So,
well, I mean, maybe they got what they wanted the night before, so they went back.
You know.
But, you know, there are surveillance cameras in most businesses these days, and it's just a matter of time. I imagine that Jacksonville police would like your information. If you know who this person is, just call the Jacksonville Police Department down there. You know, again, you know, you have 3 of these things, and I think they do believe that all of these are related now.
Yeah, the same person did all these. You know, I've got a lot of shady friends, but I don't think that's one of them.
Hey,
I do not think
classified as shady, but you know.
I do not think that's one of the shady friends that I do know. Okay, Kenneth, good news and bad news for you. Kind of the good news is that theoretically you could have won a trip to the Super Bowl. But the bad news is you can't.
I'm not. Well, I'm
you cannot. Tyler Morning Telegraph and our partners at CBS 19 are sponsoring a new contest. And the big prize for this contest is tickets for 2 to the Super Bowl and stuff. That is a good trip. You get 5 days and 4 nights stay at a big fancy smancy hotel in the French Quarter.
Is that a word?
Fancy smancy hotel in the French Quarter. Tickets to a pregame show. Also transportation to and from the game, and a big Super Bowl gift bag. Lord only knows what's in that.
And the only reason that I'm disqualified is because I'm an employee of the newspaper, correct?
You are an employee of the Tyler Morning Telegraph.
What if no. Okay, never mind.
No, no matter what you do, you cannot participate. But this is how you play the game. Every night at 10 o'clock on CBS 19, they're going to give you 2 numbers for a 4-digit code, and then the next day you can get the other 2 digits from the newspaper. And also, they give them out during the AM update.
Okay.
And stuff. Then you fill out the little card, you know, the registration. You can download the form from the newspaper website, CBS 19's website, cut it out of the paper, drop it into the ballot boxes here at the newspaper or CBS 19. And if you fill it out correctly, you become eligible to win $100 every day if they draw your name. And then all the winners are thrown into the big jackpot to win the
Super Bowl trip.
So that's really cool, and you can play it every single day.
That is really cool.
And now that Kenneth is not qualified to win, your chances have increased and stuff. No, but I do know that you've been working on a sort of a project that's been in the works for a while.
That's correct. We learned some time ago that a Palestine police officer had been suspended from duty. And you know, we asked for those records.
Yeah, we just want to know what happened.
Yeah, so we filed open records request, and the city, of course, decided that they wanted to see what the AG's office had to say, the Attorney General's office. They felt like some of the information in some of that stuff that we were asking for was private.
So we sent a FOI, Freedom of Information request.
We sent it. Yeah, we sent an open records request, and then, of course, they sent it to the Texas Attorney General's office. Well, the Attorney General's office ruled in our favor. So we have been given that information now as to why this person was suspended. This individual officer also ran unsuccessfully for the Republican candidacy for sheriff down in Anderson County this year. And of course, late last year, he was in the news because he was the officer who ran over the raccoon there that caused a lot of hoopla.
I remember that. It ran over a raccoon, but the raccoon didn't die, was partially dead, and he threw it over a fence, and it was in front of a restaurant or something,
and
wasn't
full of a
it?
restaurant full of patrons.
Yeah,
so
that was not good.
It caused a lot of criticism, both with citizens there, residents there in Palestine, city officials, and it got a lot of cries from animal activists.
Yeah, and that's a story you're working on for
I'm working
tomorrow,
on that
a little bit
story
later?
for tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes.
Good stuff. One of the stories that we're working on, we're always posting breaking news. Of course, the more in-depth stories you'll find in our paper tomorrow. This is Danny Kenneth. We will see you tomorrow.